The pandemic has definitely negatively affected the trans community. A lot of people I know are having difficulty getting their medication, or their surgery dates have been delayed. It's really scary. That kind of makes this Trans Day of Visibility really important, because as a marginalized group, marginalized groups get pushed to the margins when something big and important is happening, like this pandemic. In the short term, I think we're all suffering from isolation, and isolation has been one of the hardest things that trans people face. And the main mission statement of Trans Lifeline is to combat that feeling of isolation. You can call the hotline and you can talk to an operator who understands you, which is incredibly important, especially when you feel alone and you don't have peers you can connect to or that understand you. Right now, the Trans Lifeline is working really hard. They're getting extra calls right now, and most of the calls are about the pandemic and fear that people won't be able to get their treatment or get seen by a doctor or be able to find community, or that things are going to be okay. Now, the trans community is also has a higher rate of poverty. We already have a harder time getting jobs. So under these circumstances, these things get amplified. Trans Lifeline is providing hope to people in isolation that feel like they are abandoned, that they are alone and misunderstood. And in this time of increased stress, it's really important for people to have this resource to call and be reassured that things are going to be okay, or at least have someone to talk to that can help them out and assist them in this time of need. Trans people need medical care. We're all under economic stress right now. The trans community has been and continues to be under economic stress. It's hard for us to get jobs. Already, about 23% of trans people report avoiding medical care last year out of fear of mistreatment. That number is just super rising as trans people are afraid to go to the doctor, to try to get hormones, to try to renew their prescriptions because of how intense things are focused on the pandemic. But we still need care. We're still here, we still exist, and we're going to continue to exist, and we still need some help. Right now, we are all isolated, and it feels like we're further apart from each other, but people can still use the internet to get together and make good things happen. The streamathon has also been a point of hope for a lot of people, especially trans people, to come in and see that we're making progress towards this goal and there is something good in the world. I believe in us and our ability to build communities, even if we're quarantined, even if we're at home. We can together overcome and make a little bit of good reality.